Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today it's rally day. We are going to start building this fantastic XV-01 chassis, kindly donated to the channel from the RC Alf, the legend that is the RC Alf. I'm super excited about this. As you guys know, I really do enjoy the rally car that I've got to run. I enjoy running off-road, and this is supposed to be up there as one of the best, certainly the best Tamiya rally car that you can run, if not one of the best rally chassis out there. So I'm going to start building this today. I'm going to try and do it slightly differently to my previous build videos. I'm just going to try and show you the interesting bits as we go, rather than going step by step. Maybe I'll do a couple of steps, tell you what was interesting about it, try and keep it a little bit shorter than the 5-parter that we ended up with for the hot shot, and see how we go. Right, let's get cracking. I think the first disappointing thing about the XV-01 is that all of the gears that are going to go into the differential are all plastic. Now, I know they do an upgraded set that I think is for the TA06, which you can't get at the moment because it's hard to get everything. But you'd have thought with a kit that's aimed as one of Tamiya's premium builds, they just might have gone to a little bit more expense on the gears, on the diff. I mean, they bothered to put bearings in, which is great, and there's some nice metal parts, and all the plastic bits feel really nice, but that just feels like a little bit of a letdown, really. But I'm going to go ahead and build it up. Let's have a look. There we go. I've made up 2 oil-filled diffs. Now, I've had a little bit of oil leakage, I'm assuming because I tightened them up or put too much oil inside, and the picture showed me to push those all the way down to the bottom, but I can't get them down to the bottom, so I'm hoping they're all right where they are, but we'll see as I carry on building it. Right, on to part 2. I would say that was easy peasy, but it wasn't, because I put things in the wrong way around. You've got to watch the diagram and make sure that this one, you get the right way around. This one comes out this side, this long bit sticks out outside, and the 2 flat bits are either side. Step 3. Right, part number 3 is assembling the gearbox. So we've got loads more of these little plastic bits. There's loads of shims and spacers and all sorts of stuff. Put that on the top, put one of the diffs in there, and we'll get it mounted up. It does look like I've got to get those bearings all the way down the end, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. There we go, a little bit of brute force gets them down. So you really have to push those bearings right up against the differential. But there you go. There we go, guys. I think that is the smoothest Tamiya gearbox that I have built so far. That's probably because it's filled with oil, but it's really quite slick. Now, first time using the Tamiya tools, and the screws go in so much easier. If you haven't got yourself some JIS screws, I strongly recommend you get some, because it is all so much easier when you've got the right tools. Right, on to step number 4. All coming together quite nicely. We've put the motor plate on. So the next thing for us to do is to put on the spur gear. Paying close attention to the fact that it says, do not over tighten. Here we go. Easy enough. Don't over tighten. We've got that on. That's step 5. We are on to now the last step of part bag A, which is mounting up the motor, putting the motor cover on. Let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully I've done that right. First time that I've mounted a motor up that hasn't got predetermined motor holes. It's just got sort of an open mount. I'm assuming that's because you can put different size pinions in. But I think it looks okay. If anyone thinks that I've got something wrong, give me a shout, but it looks okay, doesn't it? Right, on to the next step. Bag part A is finished. Look how cool that is. And this motor has extra long motor cables, I believe, because the distance the motor goes from the ESC in this chassis is slightly longer than standard. Just worth noting. Right, that'll do for parts bag A. Next, we're on to part bag B. Right, we're going into bag B now, guys. And step number 7. Oops, there we go. And I've just been putting these up on the wall, just to continue to develop the hobby room. Right, let's get going. After 5 minutes of looking for dust cover, this is the dust cover sheet. If you just sort of, probably can't see it actually, but there you go. There, the dust covers. Just for those that are looking for them. You know it's a quality kit when they give you little bits of foam to go around the ball connectors. Look at that. Lovely. Right, let's get it mounted up. There we go. I built a front gearbox. It's a front gearbox because the engine goes at the, or the motor goes at the front. Right. Step number 8. Let's build up the rear. There we go. Rear gearbox is coming along nicely. I've just realised as I've been doing this that these steps, I mean, this is step 9. So you build up the, this is the what's it called? The cog where the belt goes. The belt attaches to this I can't remember what it's called. It attaches to that bit there. It's late and I'm getting tired. So it attaches to that. Then you mount that up put the diff in the middle, grease it up and attach that up. Then you're going to put the stays on. Whereas before, if I flip back over, this was like putting the damper stays on was like a separate step before. And if I go before that, and if I look at the gearbox, where is it? The front gearbox. You know, that bit was one step and this bit was another step. But now it's all just like, don't worry about it, you can just do it all at once. You're brilliant now. And yes, we are brilliant. We can build these really cool things up. Right, I'll finish this step and show you what it looks like. Step number 10 is attaching the belt tensioner. Big warning, do not over tighten. Right, let's build this up. Lots of little bits, shims, washers, tiny bearings, all to go into this bit. So I'm going to get this done and I'll show you the end of bag B, and I think that'll do it for part 1, and I'll show you the 2 gearboxes side by side. There we have it, guys. We've made the front and the rear gearbox. We've attached the stays at top for the dampers. Just looking at that, make sure I've got the right way around. I have. We've got our motor mounted. We are cooking with gas, as they say. So the next is bag C, which is going to be good. It looks like we're putting the steering linkages in. We're going to be putting up the front arms. Yeah, starting to build the centre part of the chassis. But that's all for another part. That'll do me for today. Massive thanks to the RC Elf. I am really enjoying this build. It is a step up. I know I whinged a little bit about the gears going into the gearbox at the start and into the diffs, but other than that, the rest of it is absolute quality. There's loads of spacers, loads of plastic parts to space everything out. Everything feels nice and tight. Lots of little shims where it needs to make everything fit properly. It's been a real joy so far to put this together. And any Tamiya kit that gives you little sponge covers to go over the ball links is all right by me. Right, guys, thank you so much to the RC Alf. Thank you for you guys for all watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the very near future. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.